to idaho-today. It is Wednesday, which means we're checking in with our friends Joey and Lauren from My102.7. Good morning, you guys.
Hello.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I like the orange today.
Thank you. And I like your singing. That was such a positive way to be welcomed. I appreciate that. Joey,
Lauren is a sing talker. I have, being together for 11 years, Lauren will sing talk all the time. So she'll be like, hey, you want to grab it out of the freezer?
I do. I've done that for years.
I get it. Yeah. No, I like that. Hey, you guys, I want to talk to you, though, about a really cool event that you are involved in, or a cause, actually, because your event kind of already happened a little bit, right? But it's your giving back that you do in the community. And I mean, you both are parents. So, I mean, does this kind of hit a little bit at your heartstrings? So tell us about your backpack program.
Yeah, I think it does. So we have teamed up with the Idaho Food Bank. We do this every year. It is the Backpack Buddy program. So what we have done already is we've gone out to the food bank where we have volunteers, some listeners of our show, they come with us, and we build backpacks at the Idaho Food Bank. Now, what is a backpack? Well, they're food backpacks specifically picked out, and it's like down to a whole science from nutritionists of food that's going to help kiddos eat over the weekend. Because what happens is, you may not know this, but there are thousands of kids across the entire state of Idaho that literally only eat at school because of food insecurities. So they're having the food programs at school, but then when they get home and on the weekends, they're not being fed.
They don't eat, yeah.
And so these backpacks they're kind of created to be very discreet, where a counselor can just pop it in a kiddo's backpack, where they have easy to make food for themselves that they can, have food over the weekend. So it's pretty important.
It's incredibly important. And you guys were actually packed some of those last week, right?
Yeah, we did. We packed some. We had photos, but I wasn't, I forgot to send them over because I'm an idiot. That's okay. But yeah, we packed them. It's amazing. We actually, this is a humble brag, but we broke an Idaho Food Bank record. In
That's
2
awesome.
hours, we packed 1,165 backpacks. But, Melissa, what's important is some people can say, well, can I still build a backpack? You can. You can find ways to volunteer, but you can also donate monetary donations. And I know you're very familiar with the Idaho Food Bank. I'm telling you right now, I've never seen an organization that can take $1 and stretch it more than they can. They used to be able to, with $1, feed like 5 meals. I mean, it really is amazing what they can do. So we put it up on the screen earlier, but we have a short code. You can text the word buddy. So if you literally text the word buddy to the number 68719, it's not a spam thing. We're not going to, send you a bunch of messages. Literally, it just gives you the link to donate. You can donate on your phone. You can donate with Apple Pay. Literally, it's so quick, $5, $10, whatever. But they actually do 65,000 backpacks every school year. So you think about that. And these are backpacks that are packed with nutrients. They're not just, random things. They're actually done by a nutritionist, so they make sure the kids can get fed nutrition. So seriously, anything that you can donate is so appreciative, because there are so many hungry kids in Idaho that only get to eat during school, and they're not eating on the weekends, and that just breaks your heart.
And that's why monetary donations are so important, because of the nutritionist aspect, and they actually buy the food. So the food bank is actually buying the very specific foods to help these kiddos with their brain development and everything else. So it's not just a hodgepodge, like you said, random things here and there. So that's why the monetary donations are so helpful. And then, of course, if you want to donate your time, you can always go to the Idaho Food Bank. They're in Meridian, and you can go and build backpacks, bring your friends,
Yep.
That's awesome, you guys. It's truly, and Lauren, I love how you really pointed out as well that a nutritionist is doing the shopping. So you know that these kids are being fed properly, but also these are meals as well that they can manage themselves, where they don't have to really rely on a parent preparing it, possibly, those pre-packed peanut butter where you just kind of pull the tops off, those little cups, right? And you're dipping something in it. Yeah.
Oh, they've thought of everything. So every single food item in the bag, a kid can make on their own, where the most they have to do is microwave. And there's 2 sides to that are really important. The first is, again, the Idaho Food Bank is really thinking about the children when they do this. But what you realize is, for many of these kids that you're donating your money to help with these backpacks, the reason they have to make their food on their own is because a lot of times food insecurity and insecurities at home and being kind of left alone on the weekends, a lot of times they go hand in hand with a lot of our families in the state. So they need food that kids can make on their own, because a lot of times they are on their own on the weekends. And it's such an important thing.
And they think of the siblings too. So sometimes there's even enough in there for a sibling to share, which is really, really great. And then there's food pantries in high schools across the state too. So high school students can have access to the food pantries within their own school, which is awesome. So the Idaho Food Bank, we love doing this with them.
Yeah, and not to mention too those college students, right? We hear that a lot now in the news, where college students are really focused on funding their education, so then they kind of skimp and save and go without a lot during the week and the weekends. So food pantries are also a big thing on college campus this day and age. You guys, thank you so much for bringing this to light. It is incredibly important. One more time, let's pull that back up on the screen. Text the word buddy to 68719. You can donate any amount. It all counts. It's all going to help kids, their siblings, be independent, be well fed, so they can have a bright future. Joey and Lauren, really appreciate it. But before we step away though from this really important cause, I do want to highlight the joy that you bring to people every day on your morning show. This morning you made me laugh. I was dropping my daughter off at her carpool on the way here to the studio, and I heard Joey complaining about soggy bread. And then Lauren saying she wants a charcuterie board. And I was like, what is going on?
We always talk about food. We do Would You Rather Wednesday, and it was, would you rather have a picnic or a fancy restaurant? Sign me up for a fancy restaurant, right? I don't do well with with eating outside. And so I really struggle with the outdoors, Melissa. I think that's what we're learning. I don't go camping. Do you know the last time I went camping, I was like 7 years old?
And
I'm 33.
Serious?
We're not campers.
Yes. So really, we should do a segment where you guys take me camping, all of you.
Can we
You would sign up for that.
I mean, if maybe if there's Wi-Fi, I would sign up for it.
It's on. It is on. We are going camping. And I say we, not just you and I, but Lauren, you're coming too, honey.
Oh,
we're
absolutely
going.
not. No way. I'm staying in my warm bed with a running faucet. Bye. You guys can enjoy the
Sleeping
dirty, nasty.
bag.
Our
Tent,
kids will never know.
soggy
Our
bread.
kids will never know what it's like sleeping in a tent. They'll never know, because we don't even own a tent.
Okay, it's a challenge. This is on.
All right.
All right, everyone, stay tuned for the camping adventures with Joey and Lauren. All right, everyone. We look so forward to seeing you guys every Wednesday right here on Idaho Today. Joey and Lauren on My102.7 in the morning. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you.